Saint Joan of Arc was born in 1412 in Doremy, Bar, France. She has two older brothers, one younger brother, and one younger sister. She died on May 30th, 1431, in Rouen. She was canonized on May 16th, 1920. She was a peasant girl who heard the voice of Saint Michael the Archangel, Saint Catherine of Alexandria, and Saint Margaret of Antioch. She led the French army in Orleans that made the English retreat during the Hundred-Year War. She was devoted to the Lord, holy, and a visionary. She had to join the army twice. In 1429, she was allowed to go, but she had to dress in men's clothes and was accompanied. Henry II wanted the French crown. Charles tested her, and she picked him out of a crowd, and she told him she wanted to fight the English so that he would become king at Rheims. She also told him prayers to God that Charles held in secret. She was questioned by bishops and priests. She finally was allowed to go, and she dictated letters to confront the English. She led the army with her brothers Jean and Pierre. Her flag had the image of Christ and a banner with Jesus on it. After the English surrendered in Orleans, she accompanied and fought all the towns until Rheims. Charles was crowned on July 17th, 1429. She was hurt but continued to lead with her banner. Until she was captured, she was tried as a witch, and she had no counsel. The English threatened the bishop and the vice inquisitor from France with death. She was said to answer to the question about God's grace and quote, "If I am not, may God put me there, and if I am, may God so keep me." An English lord tried to rape her while she was imprisoned. She asked to go to Mass, confession, and Holy Communion and be buried in consecrated ground. She was condemned as a heretic and signed to renounce her belief, but took it back. And on the pyre, Dominicans shouted out the assurances of salvation. She died in her teens. Remembering St. Joan of Arc is contested. So many politicians and religions have used her name. Her courage has been an inspiration not just to France, but worldwide. Saint Joan of Arc was a legend to her people. She was the French soldier symbol of courage against the Nazis, though she was used also by the Nazis to justify their wars. She has been a symbol to many political and religious groups. Compared to Empress Wu, she didn't seek the highest office of the land. She was chaste, humble, and was called to serve King Charles VII. Like all other female rulers, she was mocked in her life and in her death. Cleopatra killed her siblings to gain her position as pharaoh. Saint Joan of Arc fought side by side with her brothers to the bitter end. Her family was uplifted by King Charles, and her later memory of her generosity and holiness was remembered by many. Hatshepsut, the pharaoh and priestess, reign was much longer and she had more architectural accolades. But St. Joan of Arc has lit the fire of courage in millions of hearts, especially those going into war. St. Joan of Arc was front and center carrying the banner of Christ, while Hatshepsut claimed to be divine through her statues and edicts.